Having abandoned attachment, Shri Krishna is telling Arjun, having abandoned attachment to the fruits of works, ever content, without any kind of dependence, he does nothing, though he is ever engaged in work. Such a person is always dependent on the Supreme Being. When can dependence be inexhaustible? When your support is inexhaustible, then your dependence can also be inexhaustible and eternal. If your support is temporary, then dependence cannot be inexhaustible. The source that you get satisfaction, happiness, and support from should be inexhaustible. If you're dependent on a glass of water, and then you're told that there's only water in a water bottle left, then this dependence of yours will not last. You'll only have dependence until the water is there. Once that water runs out, then your source is gone. The thing that you depend on can only be inexhaustible when the source is inexhaustible. And there is only one inexhaustible source in the world, and that's God, the Supreme Being. Everything else in the world is exhaustible and temporary. If you try to look at it from another meaning, the person whose dependence is inexhaustible is one who only gets satisfaction in seeing God and not things in the material world. This person's dependence is only fitted with the Supreme Being. We have many sources we can depend on. When a person is 18, he sees a beautiful girl or a handsome boy, then that becomes their dependence, and they don't want anything else in the world. Adi Shankaracharya says, Balastava krita sakat taruna vastava taruni kurtapa chitmam pare pramani kokina yagna. Such a person runs after this for 5 years, and then either finds someone or they don't, and then he starts, or she starts becoming dependent on that person. He thinks that she'll become his wife, or he'll become her husband, and then she'll be happy or he'll be happy. He then tries to find that satisfaction in him or her. This works for 1 or 2 years, then that need for satisfaction starts once again. Now what will he do? What will she do? Fine, the child is born, and they can now get satisfaction from this. He comes back home tired from the office every day, and a child comes running to him saying, Papa, it feels to him as if his tiredness is going away. He gets the satisfaction. 10 years later, the child grows up, has his own friends, and therefore has no need for the father. His son says that he has his own life to lead. Now, where will he get his satisfaction from? 10 years, he tries to get satisfaction from his son or daughter getting married. His grandchild is then born. Then he gets satisfaction from this. But then the grandchild grows up. His son's wife takes the son away. His daughter goes to her husband's house. Now, where will he or she find her satisfaction? The sources of satisfaction we have also include wealth, fame, beauty, but all these things are exhaustible and temporary. There's only one thing that is eternal and inexhaustible in the world, and that is God. One should search for this satisfaction in God. Such a person is, as said in this verse, last word of the first line, karma phala sangam. There are two meanings to the word karma phala sangam. It means phala sangam and karma sangam. The first meaning, phala sangam, is someone who's abandoned attachment to the fruit of works. Secondly, karma sangam is when one abandons the egotism and the attitude of thinking that she or he is the doer. Therefore, karma phala sangam is when a person abandons both attachment to the fruit of works and also the egotism in thinking that she is a doer. Srimad Adi Shankaracharya says in his commentary that tattva karmashu abhinanam phalasanjara, meaning one should be released from the egotistical attitude that one is a doer and also from attachment to the fruits of works. Such a person works and performs works very well, yet does not fall into the bondage of works. This is because such a person performs works with awareness. Shri Krishna shows in the next verse how such a person works. Verse 21.